Hello, my Aloha tribe, and welcome to the Aloha Perspective. Happy Monday. We are here where you get a little bit of something and a whole lot of everything. If you're coming on live, I'm a little late because nothing was cooperating this morning. It's like literally a Monday. So, but it's okay because everything works out, right? Okay, last week I came on Wednesday on the anniversary of the Aloha Perspective, 2 years old. Yay! And good morning, older sibling. And I said we're going to go back to our humble beginnings and do the Affirmators deck. I love this deck. I kind of gave an example of it. I stuck that card back in there. I shuffled them after the show. And I am legit going to do these one at a time. Okay, now, when bonus cards come up, I tend to do the card after it as well. Okay, so the reason I do the card after it is because it's a bonus card, right? So we want to see what the bonus card is talking about. But, like I said, good morning, baby sibling. I'm going back to my humble beginnings. And we're going to do all of these, all 50 cards. 50 affirmation cards to help you help yourself without the self-helpiness. So, again, we're going back to our humble beginnings. And, I'm looking forward to this. But I also thought I would start with the Daily Oracle book. I love this book. I bought it a couple years ago. So the point isn't to understand. The point is to accept. And I like this because we're not always going to understand, right? Sometimes we just have to accept that it is what it is and move forward. And it doesn't mean that it's it is what it is. But I mean, just, there are times, see, here we go. All morning my nose is fine. The minute I start my show, it starts to run. Maybe all my talking loosens it. But I think one of the big things is that sometimes we go backwards because we spend so much time trying to understand why something happened, what was the meaning behind it. And we may not always know in this moment. But if we can accept it, we might be able to move forward. And then as we move forward and we see the different things that are happening in our lives, we see the changes and all this other stuff, we might be able to give ourselves some perspective as to, understanding what used to, whatever happened. So again, the point isn't to understand, the point is to accept. And let's see. One more. Hold space for your heart. I like this. Hold space for your heart. All right. So, all right. Who's ready? Who is ready? That was close. Who's ready for the affirmators? I am. So my daily gratitude for today, one of them is, I couldn't find my cat when I came upstairs. So I figured I knew exactly where she was. And she is laying right over there on the bed. So I tucked her into her favorite blanket. And hopefully she is a-okay. So, the first card for today, connection. Really, I love that there's penguins on this, okay? I found an old picture over, not this weekend, but the last weekend. And it was from my 7th grade dance, in grade school, or junior high, I guess. I went to private school, so it was like kindergarten through 8th grade, so I guess it would technically be junior high. And I forgot. I had penguins on my socks and I had penguins on my skirt. And it's like, yeah, see, I've always loved penguins. So, it's not just a new thing. I think the turtles are the newer thing because I also love cows, which is terrible, right? Because I eat them. They're cute and they taste good. I know. It's so awful. But, Anyways, connection. I'm connected to the multitudes, and I can access their support at any time. Even a stranger offers a sense of comfort when they smile at me or make a dumb comment about the weather. Everyone is waiting to connect. All I need to do is open myself up and pay attention. Note to self, work on witty banter about weather-related stuff. Or just work on your witty banter, period, right? You know what? I'm really sorry. I don't know. Something's happening with my eyes. Seriously, everything seemed blurry. Anyways. So I'm connected to the multitudes and I can access their support at any time. Even a stranger offers a sense of comfort when they smile at me or make a dumb comment about the weather. Everyone is waiting to connect. All I need to do is open myself up and pay attention. So I know that there's a lot of us that sit there and we like to isolate. We just like to, like, oh, stay away from me. I get that way sometimes. Sometimes it's like, oh, why do people want to talk to me? Like, last last week, I ended up Ubering to the train station, and before the Uber came, all I could think of was, I am so happy and grateful that this person does not try to talk to me on the way to the train station. And I don't know why, it was just that kind of morning, right? Because it was kind of sprung on me that I'd be taking an Uber, and so my dad's like, I'm gonna put you on an Uber, okay? And it's like, yeah, that's fine. But I've the one thing that I hated about COVID, I mean, besides the normal stuff that everybody hated about COVID, is that it really made me isolate. And I think my social butterfly kind of went back in her cocoon, which isn't good. So, but I'm trying to rediscover this thing. But when I'm right now, when I'm thrown into these situations that I'm not ready for, my anxiety peaks. Okay, now that's one thing I realized I've had in the last couple of years, is that I apparently I have anxiety. Great. Just one more thing to add to the pile, right? But I'm working on that. And so I just like, yeah, I'm so happy and grateful that, and they didn't. And I was like, yay, thank you. I talked when I got in the car, talked when I got out of the car. I was like, thank you, have a great day. I appreciate your great driving, 5 stars. And, but I was like, yeah, my gratitude worked. But I did notice in the car, I when I noticed something nice, I was trying to compliment, because the car was amazing. I mean, the car was amazing. It was like it was a newer Highlander hybrid, and it's like, wow. I mean, the screen, everything. I could go on about that forever. But the point is that connections are everything. When we learn how to connect with other people, it opens doorways. It opens, it can open our heart, it can open our energy, it can open our just a field of beautiful things. Now that doesn't mean that if somebody just kind of disrupts that connection, that you don't have to walk away, because you can. That's your choice. Okay? We all have choices. You don't have to stay in something that doesn't feel right. You don't have to stay somewhere that doesn't feel right. You don't have to sit there and try to connect to somebody that's constantly just doing this to you. But that's a rare occasion. What happens when we do reach out and we try to connect? What happens if we reach out to somebody who has completely different views on things than we do, and we try to connect? It's like that thing I talked about last week, where the guy has this this company, this foundation, and God, I really wish I could remember what it was called. I'm going to try to Google it and see if I can remember, okay, so I can share it. But I talked about the 2 ladies that sat down that were political opposites, and they weren't allowed to talk about politics. They were not allowed to talk about any of their politics. They were just, talk about your work, your family, your hobbies, all this stuff. And they found out they had so much in common. So imagine that, or even if you're walking down the street, if you see someone without a smile, what is that saying? Give them yours. Smile at them, because that's also a connection. You never know what's going to happen. I can't tell you how many people I smile at that just look at me like, are you stupid? But I don't care. Because, I've done that sometimes, where somebody smiles at me and I don't react in time and they're gone. It's like, whoa, they probably think I'm dumb. But don't worry about that, okay? Don't worry about what somebody thinks. If it brings you joy to smile at someone or say hello or whatever, just do it. It's okay. Sometimes I walk into the grocery store, I'll catch the eyeball of the person who's running the self-checkout. It's like, good morning or good afternoon. Hi, how are you? And they seem shocked. They seem like, wow, someone's talking. It doesn't take much to be a good person. It doesn't take much to be a thoughtful person. It doesn't take much to, just share your smile with somebody. We don't always have to run around trying to be right. We don't always have to run around trying to share our opinion, state our opinion, and because some people like to state their opinion like it's fact. Fact is, most opinions are just opinions. I mean, yeah, some opinions are based in fact, but you get to choose whether you like that idea or not. And, I know that sounds confusing, but you can. I mean, yeah, there are a lot of facts out there, but you don't have to pound people with it. If you're talking to somebody and they're all like, well, that's not true. And you're like, yeah, but it's actually written here. This is true. And do your own homework. Don't just take one piece of thing, one article as gospel. Move through the internet. Look for other things that correspond with it. That way you have more to back your stuff up with. But again, if somebody doesn't want to see that position that you're taking, whether it's true or not, don't force it on them. Connecting isn't about battering somebody with your opinion or your facts or your thoughts. It's about finding something deeper in below the surface. It's about going past all this stuff. Okay, I don't know what just happened, but this huge thumb just came up on my thing. Like, what the hell was that? I've never seen that before. Wow. I'm sorry. That just kind of, wow. I kind of lost where I was at. Oh yeah, you don't have to force your opinions on people. You know, connection is about, like I said, getting below the surface. It's about getting past all this stuff that people normally fight about. You know, what's the main ones? Politics and religion, right? Most people will fight about politics and religion because everybody has an opinion on it. Everybody thinks this way or that way is better. Or, you know, if you don't believe it, then you're stupid or you're going to hell. Got news for you, you're not going to hell. Unless you do something absolutely stupid, you know, or you want to. I mean, I'm not sure why, but anyways, when we learn to get past all those things and we dig below the surface, we might find something, that gem that you're looking for. There's that diamond inside every single person that everybody can connect with. You know, I mean, I know a lot of people that I don't agree with on a lot of different levels, and it's okay because we're not connecting on that. We're connecting below the surface. You know, we're talking about, you know, what's going on in our lives. We're talking about how to move through this, or maybe someone's struggling with something and you want to help them through it. It's all these different things, all these beautiful things. Look at all the ways you can help people once you move past all the other crap. Once you move past all the really ridiculous stuff, you know. So I know there's always going to be somebody out there that we don't agree with. There's always going to be somebody out there that has a different opinion than ours. But again, when we're trying to connect with people, let's try to reach below those things and get to the heart of people. Truly, truly, truly get to the heart of people. Because that's where the real connection lies. You know, I mean, look at the penguins, right? Penguins, I don't know if all penguins do, but I know a lot of penguins mate for life, right? That's the connection, and I believe that's what they're trying to say here. They travel with their people or with their fellow penguins, and you know, they're a community. They're a community. When, you know, if a parent's away, they help take care of each other's families. I mean, we can say it. They're a lot like us, but technically, maybe we're a lot like them. You know, maybe we emulate we're all part of the animal kingdom. We're all part of the animal world. It's just, you know, some of us talk, walk, and, you know, do all those things and think we're better than everything else. But we're not. There's a lot we can learn. There's a lot we can learn from the animal kingdom. There's a lot we can learn from from each other, as long as you choose to connect. So don't connect to fight with somebody. Connect to get to know someone. All right. So I hope I know they're not going to be, you know what, the Aloha Perspective might be short every so often now, because, you know, sometimes I realize when I start talking, I just go on forever and ever and ever. And sometimes I might loop back through certain things, but some shows might be longer. Some shows are not. And today is one of those. So there is no time limit anymore. All right. Because I know some people are like, wow, your show was so short today. It's like, you know, like, are you okay? Because I could talk for days. But yes, I'm fine. All right. So the affirmators really kind of speak for themselves. And remember, they are the help yourself without the self-helpiness cards. So try to connect. All right. If you are a person who likes to isolate, if you are a person who likes to just kind of ignore everybody on the planet, try to connect with someone today. You don't have to talk to them. I don't want to push you out of your comfort zones. All right. But smile at someone. Okay. Or, you know, hey, how's it going? Or, you know, maybe you see somebody who's just saying, you know, who may not look happy. Now, mind you, I have excellent resting bitch face, so everybody always thinks there's something wrong with me when I'm not laughing or smiling. I know. It's like, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. So now I just tell them, I got great RBF. What's RBF? Resting bitch face. And sometimes it's actually a conversation starter, like, wow, really? It's like, oh, yeah, it's not a big deal. I don't care. But you also never know. It may not be resting bitch face. Maybe they're having a hard day. Maybe they just need someone to say, hey, you know what? I don't know what you're going through, but hang in there. Okay? Hang in there. Hopefully it's going to get better. you know. And I always want to say it's going to get better, but sometimes it doesn't hit people right, and they'll just say, oh yeah, you're just throwing all your happiness out there, blah blah blah. So just say, you know what, I hope whatever situation you're in improves, you know. But you know, I'm thinking about you, even if you just met. Or like I said, if you see someone without a smile, give them yours. I don't know who that quote came from, but I love that quote, and it's hitting my head like really hard today. So if you see someone without a smile, give them yours. Find that connection. All right, get out there and at least try to smile or say hi to at least one person. If you want to talk about the weather, as the card says, you're more than welcome to. Southern California, it's supposed to rain this week. Thursday or Wednesday, maybe into Thursday. So you can talk about that. Hey, it's supposed to rain this week. You know, it's a total abnormal behavior for our weather. It's been so hot. So anyways, I know, get back in the swing of this. So, you know, it'll take some time. But hey, I did my face for you, so enjoy. Oh, God. You know, I have to tell you, I'm just going to side note here. I had therapy on last Friday, and well, first of all, I got a nice compliment from my therapist, who also, by the way, was very proud of me. And she had never seen my hair down. I didn't realize it. Every time I've gone in for the last 6 months, 8 months, I have always worn my hair up. And she's, oh my gosh, I've never seen your hair down. I'm like, seriously? I've never worn my hair down? And I haven't. I thought about it. It's like, oh yeah, my hair is always up. You know, it's always messy, so I just put it up. But I had it down that day. And so that was a nice compliment. But I have to tell you, before I even went into therapy, I was like, wow. Yesterday, my gratitude was about the book, The Magic. Now, I know some people sit there and go, oh my God, here she goes. I'm not plugging the book, all right? I make nothing from the book. I love the book. I've owned it for probably since it came out. And I don't know how long ago that was, but it has been quite some time. And like with the self-love, like with the body mindfulness, I'm finally getting something out of it. And I actually started it over because Sibling wants to do it with me. And I think it's great. It's great to have that accountability with somebody. So I'm excited to be doing it again because I'm really feeling that gratitude. Now, the reason I mentioned I just started it again was because I had missed a couple days, but when Friday came around for therapy, usually I'm kind of dreading it and I'm thinking, oh my God, I want to cancel it, but I can't because it's last minute and I don't like to do that. I don't like canceling on people last minute because there's things they need to do, even if you're scheduled. All right. I mean, there's a reason there's a schedule. And all I could think of was, I am so excited. I have come so far. And for the first time in a very long time, if not ever, I patted myself on the back, genuinely patted myself on the back, because, you know, I am good at doing my therapy homework. You know, my therapist and I talked about that a little bit, how she has some people that come in and they just don't do their, I couldn't find the time to do it. It's like, really? You found the time to come in, but you couldn't find the time to do your homework? It's like, you have to choose to be better. And it's not an easy choice. Sometimes we get so stuck in our trauma and in our pain and in our past that we forget that we have a choice to be better. We have a choice to move away from all that stuff. And I'm not saying that people who struggle with that choice are wrong. They're not. There's a lot of pain and a lot of, you know, stuff going on in there. I am very lucky I'm very fortunate to have a wonderful support group. Even my family that doesn't understand, they're there. My family that does understand, they're there. And, you know, I have older sibling and I have baby sibling. And they are both very, very aware of my mental health. And I just love it because my mental health is improving by leaps and bounds. And I know that it's partly because of the connections. Because connection isn't just about connecting with people and being friendly and getting to know someone. Connecting is what we also do with the people we already know when we're asking for help. And it's okay to ask for help. There is nothing wrong with asking for help. It takes more strength to ask for help than it does to ignore it, because eventually you are going to become so tired of trying to fight things on your own that you might fall apart. Now, if you ask for help from someone and they just kind of try to pepper you with, all this positivity, and that's okay. There is a thing called toxic positivity. I do my best to be a very, very positive person. I try to live in a positive manner just because it helps me. But people's issues are real, and you can't just tell them, oh, be happy, everything will be fine, everything will be great, don't worry about it. Well, they have to worry about it, because if they don't move through it, they're going to end up like me. I was toxically, is that a word? I was toxically positive to myself. Like, Shelly Marie, don't worry about it. Just push it down, let it go away. But it all came up. It all came up, and it spewed out like Mount Vesuvius. And poof, not fun. Not pretty. And it also hit some of the people around me. Like, ugh. Do I really want to do that to other people I care about? Do I want to drag them down my rabbit hole? Or do I want to try to get better? And I realized that, because I am a fixer. I'm a recovering fixer. Okay, I'm a recovering fixer. I used to try to fix people because I couldn't fix myself. But now that I've learned how to fix myself and I've learned how to move forward, I've learned that, to share my experience and what I've been through might possibly be a little bit easier than telling someone to get over it, don't worry about it, just smile, move forward, be positive, all this other stuff. They have to move through it to heal it. You got to feel it to heal it. We can't push people in the direction we think they should go. But we can walk with them and hopefully guide them when they try to veer off. Everybody has to make this choice for themselves. So be careful with the over positivity. All right. Now, there are some situations where you're like, oh, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. But I'm talking about the really deep stuff. Okay, like the people who might be chronically in emotional turmoil and really struggle to get out of it. Those are the people we just need to be gentle with. Okay, show some compassion and empathy. In fact, I have my homework written on me. I know. I keep, after every shower, I keep putting it on there because I have to remember it. My therapist told me I'm very good at doing my homework. So she told me my homework is self-worth, compassion, empathy, and trust myself. These are all things I have to work on for me. And I also put gratitude at the top because gratitude is everything. All right. So make your connections. Be grateful. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I'll see everybody back here tomorrow. I will try to be on time at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time, Facebook Live. I have to admit, I got a little sidetracked and I was goofing off because I was playing a game. So it's my fault I was late because everything I had wasn't working. Just like crap, nothing's working. Why can't it? My microphone, now even though it's up right now, kept falling forward, and that's where the big problem was. And it's like I can't use the other one right now because I think it's dying because it sounds scratchy. So hopefully this one sounds better because I rarely use this one. But again, here I go. I'm rambling, right? So like I said, you get a little bit of everything and a little bit of something and a whole lot of everything. Oh, thank you, baby sibling. I am too. And like I said, they're not going to be this long all the time. All right, but I obviously have a lot to say. So have a great, great day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back here tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Pacific time, Facebook Live. All lives are public. Anybody can watch under Shelly Marie Lucas. I also upload them to Facebook, to my Facebook page, the Aloha Perspective, and I upload them to YouTube under the Aloha Perspective. If you want the shorter version of this, I also do a TikTok following this. Following this one, and it's really just kind of the Cliff Notes version of this show. All right, so have a great, great day, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you, baby sibling, again for welcoming me back. Thank you, older sibling, for being on. And I'll talk to everybody later. Have a great day.